Nothing? Ah,
The Roman Empire. I don't know. I'm so tired today.
No.
I'm so tired today.
Fine.
I wasn't gonna say it, and then you
It's
egged
fine.
it on.
No, it's fine. Let it die.
Yeah, the moment
Just
has
let it
passed.
Hello,
Let it die.
and welcome to our gathering of heroes. These are the would-be heroes of the Marvel Universe that actual play using the relatively new Marvel Multiverse 616 ttrpg system. As a warning, this is a game that can also explore mature themes, and while we will be specifically avoiding some topics, the game may still include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, or other topics. Our players will discuss consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. Players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams will be available on YouTube after the game. You can always come back to an episode when you feel ready. 3 quick acknowledgements to Roll20, the official virtual tabletop of the Marvel Multiverse 616 system. To Demiplane, a platform that connects TTRPG fans to make games better with high-quality tools that enhance the ways games can be played, shared, and explored. And to Marvel Comics, without whom none of this would be happening. Quick introduction to our cast, starting with Aya.
Hello. Are we still would be heroes now that we've done all this stuff? I don't know, but my name is Aya, and I play the adorable Dualily.
Nora.
Hi, I'm Pandora Beatrix. I will be playing Dr. Penelope Parator, aka Beholder.
Glitch.
Hello, everybody. I'm Glitch. I would be heroes is because I don't know if we'd exactly call ourselves hero with what public menaces we are. I'm playing Alexi, aka Anima.
Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam, better known as Soulbind most places on the internet. Tonight I'll be playing Cal Winters, aka Dreadfire.
Answer the question. If you've taken the heroic tag, then yes, you can call yourself a hero. Until then,
Definitely haven't done that.
Started with that.
And
Rookie heroes.
And Glitch's reference basically made me think of the X-Men. But, sort of the general leave a place slightly more destroyed than you found it. So, what has happened after the recovering a little from the aftermath of being shunted to Antarctica and going through a murder dungeon, fighting dinosaurs and life model decoys of otherwise famous heroes? The team took a bit of R&R last week's episode, where
Yes, very relaxing.
things were evaluated, things were explored, things were considered.
Choices were made, TM.
Choices were made. Lily decided,
Responsible choices.
with Cal accompanying, to visit her mom in a very direct fashion. And almost stayed for dinner. But things got a little heated, and both Lily and Cal ended up shunting back to the base with some information, maybe.
Kind of.
And more questions than answers. Nothing, I don't know if mom's still on the Christmas list or not, but,
Well,
It's
maybe
Lily.
maybe if mom hadn't kept the duck after they left, mom would still be on the Christmas list, but
It's Lily.
well,
She's probably gonna get her something special,
Gave
like a
her a
lump of
duck.
coal, or shaped in the middle, like a middle finger or something
in a
like that.
special place on the desk.
And how
in a little...
and how is Lily gonna do this? Nobody's gonna take Lily out Christmas shopping for mom. None
Lily
of us are
can
gonna
make
let
stuff.
Lily give mom a present.
Yeah, it's just
Yes.
Lily can just make stuff.
Lily invented
She
at
can,
home shopping.
she can even make the
Okay.
stamps.
She can.
Ooh.
I know where you live now, Mom.
Technically, giving someone a lump of coal is just like giving them a model airplane kit of a diamond.
Sans instructions.
Theoretically, it's actually quite valuable
Just-
back
Just
then.
takes some time and pressure and
Here, have some actual
Instructions.
fuel that will help you survive the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but nobody uses coal anymore, so
Yeah, we all
Oh,
like breathing.
were that true?
Yeah, well, that's
I said
Coal's
that
not
with a
coal
very
anymore.
tentative, like a very much question mark at the end. Because
So, what's Dr. Penny up to?
Well, I hesitate to ask, but how much time has actually gone by? If any?
Very little.
Well,
Between then and now.
probably the same thing then.
oh, that's
Science.
right. Penny was working on security stuff,
That is accurate.
aka
Penny
upgrading
is
the
busy.
security.
Securitying. Is there anything in particular you want to accomplish? More so than just making sure that there are security.
The specific things that I was interested in were, you know, at least personally, but ideally this information would be widespread, knowing if someone shows up in the place who is not supposed to be there. Like, because you were focusing a lot on like keep people out things, and even just notification at the very least is like an alarm is still a security system. Doesn't keep anyone out, but it does a thing.
Basically, triggering anytime someone is there who is not on
Supposed
the
to be
guest
there.
register.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could accomplish that. That would be a somewhat of an. It would involve a lot of assessment technology, tracking of persons within the rooms themselves, sort of thing.
I would also I'd be covering a lot of most of the time would be spent covering edge cases, right? Like, you know, if it finds the same authorized person in 2 different places at once, then that should be flagged.
Oh, that's
For
that's
example.
different.
It's
Sure.
not harder. It's not harder.
up-
It's just more.
Come up with my workaround before I actually come up. Fine, that's fine.
I mean, no,
Penny
I mean,
has-
but it's a valid thing to be wanting to build in since Alexi was still in the building when imposter Alexi was there. So that's a fair concern.
Yeah. Penny has Logic 6 and Brilliance 1. Like, she can think of 10 times more things than I can, and I can think of a lot of things.
Fair,
Yes, you are very smart.
fair.
I say with fondness.
Paranoid, I think, is a better word, but
Well,
6 of one.
there's an overlapping correlation. Yeah.
I have some RPG trauma from LARPs.
that's so fair.
RPG trauma is real.
There's just the gray areas in between.
I got killed within the first 5 minutes of LARPing, so I never went back to doing it again. It was very
That's
mean.
fair.
I'll get you to give me. I guess the first roll of the evening. Let's do some logic checking. And you have a special. You have computer specialty.
Its optics is her scientific specialty. If
I'll
that's
allow
what you're
it. Yep,
asking.
that's fair. I mean, it's
a very average 16.
wow. That's the low end of average.
I
Cool.
mean, 3.5 is average on D6s, but sure.
Yeah, so it'd be 10. 10.5 would be the average.
Uh-huh.
Straight across the board average.
Do you round up?
Technically. Yeah. Either way. You shot a little low, but that's all right, because it's a ridiculously high number, isn't it? And my camera is not cooperating. All right. So it takes you some doing, because the optics you've got, hands down. It's the integration into the other sensory things like infrared possibly, or bioscanning that would need to go, for want of a better term, deeper. That slow you down a little bit, but again, it depends on what you consider slow. You feel like you're being, slowed down by all the extra things that you're trying to incorporate. Everybody else sees you working feverish. So it's sort of a potato. But you set to improving and integrating some bioscanning and optic identification with redundancies, so that in the event that somebody shows up who's already in the base at least knows.
And say, notifies at the very least that person. But probably, like I said, everybody. Like if people don't want to get security pings, they're welcome to mute them. But
Part of the group text.
Yeah, true. You'll end up getting pinged quickly enough, I imagine. From there,
Every so often, everybody gets a ping of like this coloring book picture, and it's like, I just wanted to show everyone what I drew. But yeah, this is for emergencies. Oh.
Aw.
if Lily pulls out a drawing, like creates a drawing from herself, is it only as good as she can draw, or is it arbitrarily good?
Like a
did she pull the
pre-constructed.
Mona
Like,
Lisa
Pulls out the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
out of her head? Or would it just be what she remembers the Mona Lisa looking like?
It would be like
Her own
actually a
rendition of
really
it.
30% Picasso.
Pencil sketch of the. Yeah, that's
That
an
is a
interesting
good question.
That's a very interesting question. I would think that mechanically, it would only be as good as
Billy's
even
own
then, if you
memory.
stare at something long enough, you're like standing there staring at the Mona Lisa. You could theoretically replicate.
Yeah, I feel like it
time
would
and
be
enough.
as good as Lily's own drawing skills are, because that's all mental. Like a person's high artist here, a person's drawing skills are based off of practice, yes, but if you haven't practiced and your drawing skills are mid and you don't ever practice, they tend to stay that way. So
Mhm.
like I would think it would be based on like Lily's own personal like art skills.
Maybe.
The Mona Lisa is a stick figure.
She's
It's a
better at
very
drawing than
pretty
that.
Mona Lisa as a stick figure though.
I mean, a convincing Mona Lisa stick figure would be impressive.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a smiley face with the slightly skewed.
It's just tilted and it's in a frame.
Yeah.
Not even smiling, just kind of like smirking a little bit.
Exactly.
No eyebrows.
Oh, of course.
So, at that point, it says 8 milliseconds, but I don't think it's 8 milliseconds. A little bit of dragging, but that's okay. Al Winters has gone surreptitiously to follow Samantha, Liberty Loves. What is Alexi up to right now? After
Well,
resting?
I think after seeing the random broken gnome cap, well, Alexi's definitely not going to keep it. I think Alexi would be doing two things at once. Walking as quickly towards the lab as possible, and also texting mom, specifically mom, because dad's still on the bad list. I think Alexi would just be kind of like, would see gnome cap and be like, I should make sure mom's okay. So if it would be possible, like if, you know, just like would send a text and then whether or not gets a response back is kind of next step.
What do you send in the text?
Just a very, I think Alexi would just send a very basic, because Alexi's other part of the head is, I should go see if Penny can like look at this. Is like rushing to the lab to be like, this just showed up and I did scientist.
Looking at things is Penny's primary skill.
Exactly. So that's half brain. The other half would probably, the text would probably be very basic, like, hey, I just want to make sure you're doing okay. Because, you know, winter court. But Alexi's also sending this text not thinking about, can text be sent cross-dimensionally? So
Only with
just
T-Mobile.
very quickly sends the text. With T-Mobile.
Only with S-Mobile. Synapse.
Fair.
You get a text back.
Ooh.
Get a text back. Sorry.
Saying everything's fine. Question mark.
Why? I have a question.
It's a very nonchalant response after the way your last conversation ended.
Yeah. I do feel like Alexi's response to that would just be like fine or fine, not fine, fine. Because Alexi's also only slightly thinking about the possibility of the text being seen by a certain other person, aka dad. And is like fine or fine.
Fine? Question mark.
Okay, just checking in, I guess.
Do you need to talk in person? Do you need me to call? Question mark.
Maybe not call, but if you alone could come in person, we do need to talk. That's the moment that Alexi's like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to talk to my mom for a hot second, which is me remembering, oh yeah, I was gonna have Alexi talk to her mom for a hot second about the whole being inside the winter court thing. Which was a thing I completely forgot about. So then yeah.
Address? Question mark.
Well, no, I don't want to do that. Not that. That's sorry. I looked at the Discord mistakenly. Not gonna do that. I don't
Terrible people. Terrible people.
He's just trying to,
my
he's
first
just trying to
initial
get the free Sunday if he gets all the things on the punch card.
Right?
take down all the parents, get a free soda. I think Alexi's first initial thought would be to say meet at the house, but well, that's obviously not safe. And then would send the address to the donut shop. Because, hey, or Alexi's apartment, probably. I would send both those addresses because Alexi's apartment is still a thing. That is still a location because Alexi is procrastinating on whether or not they're just going to sell it. So, secret base.
Pick one.
Privacy of an apartment.
Comes in a text.
After much deliberation, Alexi'd be like, my apartment. I would assume parents would already have address of that, since they live just on the outskirts of town, but if not, Alexi will also send the address for that.
What time?
It's so many questions. Glitch can't. Alexi probably could. Glitch can't.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what or rather ETA.
Sometime in the
How soon do you want to meet?
sometime in the evening, I think Alexi would say, because gnome cap bit first. Yeah, get that figured out and then,
See
go.
you at 6.
Sounds good. And then continues rushing towards the lab and walks in and is like, I need your help with the thing. At Penny. He's like, help.
What do you need help with?
And then Alexia will walk over and just kind of set the broken tip of the gnome cap on the desk and be like, it just showed up in the hallway.
I imagine
But the
Penny
only-
like one of like that one femme Ghostbuster with like the huge spectacles with like the extra lenses and stuff.
Uh-huh. Oh, totally.
To
work on security measures, for sure.
When you say showed up, do you mean like it materialized in front of you?
I mean, like I was walking in the hall towards my room and it was just on the floor. But the only gnome that we should have in the building is the one in Samantha's bedroom.
Which is now at the corner of her tub facing the wall.
Which hasn't, as far as I'm aware, because I haven't gone in Samantha's room, hasn't moved from Samantha's room. So I don't know. It just was this was just the broken tip. So I was concerned and thought I might bring it to you because you might find something I can't, because I'm not science smart.
Okay. Is there a reason that you suspect that there's something unusual about this as opposed to it just being a broken piece of a decorative item?
Did I tell you what happened when I confronted my parents?
I can't answer that unless you tell me, because I don't remember anything in particular like that, but...
Okay, well, so the gnomes that were like sitting in my mom's front yard that I thought were just regular gnomes weren't, because we left the house after the confrontation and all of them were gone. And one of them had moved to the park across the street and was interacting with Samantha, like actively. Not talking, but like animated and
animatedly, okay.
yeah, until Cal
You guys kicked it.
destroyed it with his foot.
Disintegrated it.
I'm just gonna throw this
But
out there just in case this came up or it was an obvious thing to some people. Are we positing that like all garden gnome statuary is in fact alive and able to move?
At
Or
least those like
just some of them.
At least how many was it that were in the front yard? Like 10-ish? At least those like 10-ish
dozen.
gnomes that were in Alexi's mom's front yard specifically. We were like, cool, those have moved, those can do things. And we have no clue where they are, and it's just a loose thread. And that was, yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I was-
And
I
apparently
had-
the
I
gnome
had
that
said
Lily made.
critters, but they live works, I guess.
Let's sure then. I will cheerfully do various analyses on it.
Great, thank you so much. Because this is
Don't widen
terrifying
your
a
eyes,
little bit.
Mike. You say mealy every time. Drives me straight up the wall. I can say analyses wrong.
Well, yeah, well, it drives me gay up the wall. Sorry, that was bad.
You're lucky it's still Pride Month, kid.
That was a trip. I was like, wait. Oh.
But yes, anyway. I will attempt to determine what can be determined with my available resources.
Oh,
I appreciate that very much. I'm gonna leave for a while to go do a thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna be suitably mysterious for no reason, and I'm gonna leave you all here and do something on my own.
Sorry, yeah, I'm
We
gonna go
didn't-
meet up with my mother.
we
so I'll
didn't learn last episode. Bad of an idea that was.
learn.
Go wrong. It's fine.
I'm gonna
I
go.
mean,
That was
it is
vaguely
it
mysterious.
is the
Sorry.
exact thing that would make it like a horror movie. Like, is you leave the thing like with the scientists, and then you go off to do something protagonisty, and then while they're
Well-
examining it, tentacles start coming out, and you only find about it later. It's just it's
When you
fine.
get back,
would
Penny's
you
gonna
rather
be-
Alexi
scientist
stay?
is, like,
Alexi can
competent.
stay. I can have Alexi stay if you
No,
don't want to
this is-
be
it-
horror movie
You
killed.
you do what you're doing. I'm just.
I don't want you to be horror movie killed.
We were literally just kidnapped, so I'm kind of sensitive about stuff.
That's so fair. I mean, Lily's in the room with you, so
That's true.
that help Eddie.
That is a true fact.
As far as I was aware, Lily stayed in the room with you. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not doubting that part. Penny's just not sure where you're going with that.
Oh.
It's dangerous
mean-
to go alone. Take this. But like the opposite, because Penny's not going anywhere.
It's dangerous to stay alone. Keep this.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
While I
It's dangerous to
go
be
meet
alone.
my mother and
It's also
Here's-
dangerous to be with people. It's just dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous, period.
It's danger.
Like, should be that should be that meme.
Yeah. No, I think Alexi
At least
would
when you're
probably-
not alone, then you're not alone.
That's true.
Yeah, I think Alexi would probably be like, I should probably head out.
Okay.
Don't
Be
die.
careful.
The horror movie comment was concerning. Don't die.
If it starts moving, I'll poke it.
I try very
Alright,
hard not
don't-
to.
do that. Don't poke mysterious objects that might be semi-living.
Well, I assume she meant like in order to disintegrate it into nothing, but
Oh,
Yes.
no, actually that would be useful then. Yeah, do that. If it starts moving and attacking, definitely do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
I go meet up with my mom and cross off that loose thread.
okay. Good luck.
I'll scream in the telepathic link if I'm dying.
Okay, maybe even before that. There's like
Don't-
trouble. Just
Sure
don't
try.
wait until you're actively dying. Maybe just the first time you
yeah.
even think something might be wrong, ping us.
I'll sure try.
Less dramatic
We'll
that
be
way, but
here.
more practical.
I'll sure try. Okay, bye guys.
Okay, bye.
And then Alexi will log out of the room.
cool. So Cal Winter.
Yes.
You eventually are led to a little festival of sorts. You are surreptitiously trailing, so you assume no one's pointing you out and saying, "Hey, that's my friend." How he turns into a ghost guy and shoots people. But Samantha meets with her parents and seems to have that suitable level of collegiate level discomfort. At the same time, that the closeness of family of sorts that some families have. Apparently unique to this particular group, but that's fine. And it's generally it's sort of a bit of an eclectic festival. There's like stilt walkers. There's various sort of tents and vendors selling everything from little jars of honey to knickknacks, pins, sort of semi-touristy pins, and t-shirts and things like that. And do you venture into the crowd?
Yeah, I mean, I think he would probably use that as a way to not be so obvious. Just
Sure.
sort of browse, mingle. Maybe look for something for Lily since she just had a bad time.
Vigilance
Maybe
doesn't have
Aw.
defense, right?
Yeah, it does.
What is your vigilance defense?
12.
12. I'm using that as basically your
Passive
that's
perception.
like the equivalent of passive
Hmm.
in D&D. And with a 12 vigilance, you're aware enough of your surroundings that you note that there's a very familiar face on a lot of this merchandise. It is called the Fremont Festival.
Hmm.
And so the face of a particular stone troll is on the t-shirts and is on little pins, the sort of thing. Some people are wearing larger masks. There's a guy in one of those sort of polystyrene suits that kind of looks like an overly round version of Fremont.
Hmm.
Sort of just wandering around and saying hello to children in a sort of some sort of amalgam between a troll and a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
I assume the children are either breaking out crying or trying desperately to get away, because that is the only thing that happens when children see those. I have evidence. They're
Well,
terrified
see,
of
the
them.
thing is, here in Canada, you've got
They're either
people dressed
terrified.
up in all kinds of different outfits and like at conventions and stuff, and all
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids are like, "Oh, look, teddy bear!" And I'm like, "That is
Man,
not a teddy bear, kiddo.
I thought
That is a murder bear."
that same thing because I go to conventions so often, and then I worked with a charity group that works with kids, and they are terrified sometimes. Sometimes you make them cry on accident.
No,
This one I
So
saw
it
was
happens. They're either
Snorlax.
too interested or crying and trying to run away.
a
Well,
Snorlax,
that
neat.
sort of
So I
defines the
assume,
small child experience, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I assume if this thing is saying hi to kids, they're either weirdly fascinated or crying
And then
already.
you get the standard, mom picks up the tiny child who's kind of like cringing and gets this
for her to not look at things. What?
Mm-hmm.
Snorlax.
Could I could this might come back to bite me in the butt. We'll see.
We're so paranoid about this gnome.
No, that's not why I'm paranoid. Alexi's about to leave anyways. Samantha's not in her room. Alexi would like to go check and see if the gnome is still fully complete or not. Please and thank you.
Okay. You kind of access the room. Creepy violin music starts.
Just like not touching anything else because this is Samantha's space, and I respect that it's Samantha's space. But now Alexi's like, this gnome moved, I have to know. Samantha will understand. Maybe.
Like I said, creepy violin music. You
Uh-huh.
run the thing.
Amazing.
Where are you looking?
Just vaguely just around the room, just like walking through, seeing if I can spot the gnome immediately. Also checking bathroom, of course, but like just like a cursory, like, is the gnome in my line of sight?
The gnome is in fact in the bathroom.
Cool. Then Alexi would step in there and just, check it out. Make sure it still has the tip of its cap.
It does.
Great. Amazing. That
Fantastic. Great.
yeah, Alexi would be like, okay, weird. Also, I'm not gonna question why Samantha keeps you in the bathroom. And just walks out. She walks out of the room. And will very quickly before leaving head back to the lab and be like, just pop their head in and be like, hey, so the one that Samantha has still has the tip of its cap. So now I genuinely don't know where that one came from.
Lily thinks she made it. There
It's
doesn't
not
seem
the
to be
one that
anything
Lily made.
odd about it. How do you know that?
No, because I just checked Samantha's room and the one that Lily made is still in there perfectly intact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know where the
Hmm.
broken tip of that one came from, genuinely, which is scarier.
Well, again, it does appear to be completely normal by all means I have of determining that.
I really wish we had some kind of like device that could detect magic, but I don't think anybody in here has.
I mean, we can point the crystal detector at it, which is as close as we come, I think, right now. We'll do that.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
You take the crystal detector and you point it at the gnome in Samantha's bathroom.
No,
No,
at the
the gnome
gnome
hat.
cap
Oh.
in the lab.
Okay.
Alexi's back at the lab.
All right. You take the crystal detector and point it at the hat. Shard. And it reads nothing.
Cool. Great. Well, since I'm gonna go talk to my mom anyways, I'll ask her about the gnomes while I'm there. Does anybody have any questions about the winter court that I should ask before I go?
Lily
I don't
raises
know
her
what
hand.
answers I'll get, but you know, we can sure try.
Is it
Yes,
cold in
Lily.
the winter court?
Well, you know, from the time that I went there, it sure seemed like it. It was all covered in frost and vaguely snow. I think that's one that I can answer. Yes,
Okay,
probably.
then I don't have any questions for your mom, no.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much.
Unless she has cookies.
Mm, I don't know. She's kind of been busy.
Fair.
So
I would ask her, you know, what kind of things the winter court likes and dislikes, I guess. Just some even remote basis to form some sort of psychological evaluation, because right now I have nothing.
I can ask that. Yeah.
I mean, if you think she'll be honest about it, that's up to you.
Well, she seems to want to be more honest with me about it than my dad does, so like I might get more answers out of her than him. She seemed like maybe she could help us, so that was why I was like, we'll see.
Knowing what people want and knowing what people want to avoid is 80% of the way to figuring out what it is they're going to do and why.
Yeah, no, that would be great. I'll ask about the invasion plans too and see if I can get anything else out of that. Yeah.
Okay,
And then
be safe.
I think in the telepathic link, just so that way, you know, the other team members are aware, Lexi would be like, I'm going to meet up with my mom again. I'll be fine. Cal, don't. I'll be
I'm
fine.
not sure how they would react.
I didn't
Wasn't there
like
a
the
bear
silence in
last
that.
time?
Yeah, but that was my dad. My mom didn't do that. She stopped him actually. So I think I'll be fine. I should be fine. I'll be fine. I can turn into more animals now. I'll be fine.
I mean, don't turn into a T-Rex and eat your mother. Unless absolutely necessary.
Unless it seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll avoid that.
Unless-
That'll be the backup plan on the backup plan on the backup plan, I think. Because we're meeting at my apartment and that'll completely destroy my apartment. So don't
That's fair.
want to do that.
Does that work?
It'll
If
ruin
you
the
turn into
cost
a
of
big thing
the-
in a small place, does it destroy the place?
I mean, I would assume I'm physically
Well, it might
turning
just
into
squish
that
you.
size.
Or you might just stop at the size that it... I haven't done any of
Oh.
those tests
Could
yet.
you make a
I'm
small
assuming-
T-Rex? Like just a like a 5-footer?
Again,
Well, it could
we
be a
haven't
baby.
tested any of these
Yeah.
things out, so I don't.
But
That
no,
sounds
just,
like tests
you know,
we
if you
could
can,
do while we're
yeah, if
waiting,
you can turn into a
right?
big thing in order to break stuff, then that's something I want to know about, because it's important to have
We
options.
can do
I
more
need,
tests when I
I
get
need to
back.
do experiments.
You
Lily
have already
jumps in
wanted to do
front.
I
so
can't-
many experiments. So when I get back,
can help.
maybe we'll finally
do that.
stop and
I can't do
those
that if
experiments.
I can't do that if Alexi leaves though. So
Fair.
Yeah, when I
Oh,
get
you
no,
can't
when
have
Alexi gets back,
I'll
someone's
lose the
powers
borrow.
if they're
Yeah,
gone?
I can't hang
Do
on
the
to it
borrow
when it's
before you
outside the
leave.
range. Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
Ah, okay.
go.
Yeah, but Alexi would be talking into the telepathic link while they're leaving the base and just being like,
Okay.
"Don't worry, guys. I'll be fine. I'll scream if I into the link if I need help. Maybe I won't scream. That might cause headaches. I'll yell
What you should do is
something.
give us tactical information as fast as possible.
I will do that. Yeah,
You get
but
a
I should be fine.
text.
It's just
Flying?
okay.
Question
Sorry, you cut out a little bit there for me.
mark. Get a text. Flying? Question mark.
Yes. Question mark. Seems to be the fastest way to move.
Thumbs up emoji.
Okay, great. And then yeah, Alexi will head to the
Fly
apartment.
out. Has a passive vigilance of 12.
Who, me? Yeah, vigilance
Yes.
is 12 at the moment.
Senses 2.
Yeah. Vigilance, ego, and logic are all 2. The only ones I've upgraded so far are melee, agility, and resilience.
Because you have heightened senses, give me a vigilance check.
Hang on, heightened senses. So you want me to do a vigilance check? Basically?
Yes,
Because heightened senses 2 gives me double edge on vigilance checks.
that's fair.
So, okay, cool. Technically I have 3 though, because I have investigation, and that gives me that third one, like we've been
Are
talking
you
about.
investigating?
Well, no, but if we're doing, yeah, that's why I was like, okay, if it's okay, cool. So just the
You
2
just
then.
fly into
No,
your
that's fine.
apartment. We're going with just your instinct.
Okay, cool. I feel like that could potentially be higher. Gonna reroll that one. Great. I'll try and reroll this one, just see what happens. Cool. That's a 17.
17.
Mhm.
That's a pretty high number.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to get a fantastic, and then it rolled me another 2 5s. I rerolled my
Yeah.
4, 5. Rerolled my 3, another 5. So 5, 5, 5, and then my +2.
Your melee defense is 13.
13.
Okay.
I don't like that you had to ask that question
No, I
though.
was just I could say melee, but then Dora would get upset at me. So
I just don't like that you had to ask for melee in general, but okay.
all right. So you fly in as a sparrow, I assume.
Yeah. I could do a hawk, but that seems a little silly when I'm just trying to get from one place to another and not actively in a fight, but I don't know. Either a sparrow or a hawk, yeah. Alexi's kind of like in the hawk form, so might default to hawk. It's cool. Hawks are neat.
Yes, that's my daughter's name. Hawks are very neat.
Okay. Cool. All right. So you fly in. The acute senses, the acute eyesight of the hawk, adding to your perception. But being that it's somewhat twilight, it's not great for vision at that particular time of day where it's the sun is super low, only hitting certain waves. Everything else is kind of like, if you look in one direction, you're completely blinded by the sun, and everything else is kind of dim. And you kind of sense a shadow kind of looms over you. And you turn your head such as you can as a hawk to a point, and your eye catches an owl. But as you catch it, the owl seems to magnify in size and snatches you with its talons
Oh.
and basically picks you out of the air and veers off into a neighboring park, into a tree.
Great. Oh, this was a bad idea on my part. Amazing. The consequences of my actions, everybody. I mean, Alexi probably would be trying to like fight against the owl. Whether or not they are succeeding is a whole other story, but they're sure trying.
Okay, give me a non-combat melee check.
Okay. Come on. Come on, +5. That's a 20.
20.
Yeah.
Needed
I
to.
have a +5 on non-combat checks for melee.
Yes, you do. And you, as this significantly large owl flies towards the tree line, you struggle and sort of push your way, I don't know, claw at its talon, or somehow manage to squirm your way out of the three-toed grip. And you are now free.
Cool. Are we still like near the tree but haven't landed yet?
Yes. You're sort of almost
Okay.
there.
I think Alexi would, I guess, try to, since the tree seemed to be the destination, would fly like towards the tree, but get towards the ground, and then as soon as they're close enough to the ground, shift back to human form.
Okay.
And look at the owl and be like, "Hey, man, what? What was that about?"
The owl kind of almost seems like it shrinks as it comes closer, so it doesn't really change size. It's sort of this weird optical thing.
Mhm.
Dr. Penny could explain it. And
Not so far.
the owl takes the form of Alexi's mother.
Is the mom in the tree or on the ground? Hang on.
Oh no, she lands
Landed
next to you.
on the ground. Okay, because I was like in the tree. Lexi would look over and be like, "Did you need to grab me like that? Why?"
And she beckons you over.
I feel like it'd be hard
Very
to do by
warily and
accident.
tentatively walking over, doesn't trust the situation anymore now. So is warily walking over, ready
Starts
to.
casting a spell.
Okay.
T-Rex. T-Rex.
No. You got your fill of dinosaurs.
Hmm.
Let
Is
Alexi
there-
take a break.
Is there a spellcraft roll in this game?
There isn't. It's just basically the action of casting a thing.
I mean, Alexi's not gonna shift, but is going to be
Would-
ready to at a
Would
moment's
Alexi? Oh, I see
notice.
I see what you're asking though. Would Alexi know what Mom is casting? Has Alexi seen Mom casting this spell before?
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna say not this one.
Okay, cool. So very tense. And is like, "What are you doing?" We were just supposed to
And-
meet up and talk.
The tree next to you opens into a small sort of portal, on the other side of which a glade. Mom walks through.
Answers to any of my questioning looks would have been great, and she's already through. Okay. quickly through the telepathic link, Lexi's just like, I don't know how else to describe this, but I'm being taken to a secondary location.
Well,
I
I
will
use
survive.
the word willingly or unwillingly.
I will. Well, I don't know because mom tried to like grab at me and like it was weird, but now she doesn't want me to say anything and just opened a portal to somewhere else. So
Well, she doesn't want you to say anything. You should definitely explain everything to us right now, then.
that's literally all that's happened is she showed up in owl form, tried to grab at me. I got free, landed on the ground. I tried to talk. She didn't let me, and then opened a portal up to a glade and has walked through. And I
It could be
am
because
just
Mom
gonna
is listening.
yeah, I'm just gonna tentatively like hope for the best because she didn't try to kill me with my dad the first time and like
Okay.
walk through. Again, I'll let you guys know if things go south if I'm able to. So I'll survive. And then Alexi walks through
I don't
the
think that
portal.
works.
On that on that tentative, not vague at all note, Alexi walks through.
Now, does the rest of the team know where Alexi's apartment is?
We've
I
been
mean,
there
Yes,
once.
because
Isn't that
before
where
we
the
had the
office
base,
is?
everybody
Been there
met.
before.
Yeah,
The
before
detective.
Sure.
before we had the base, everybody met up at Alexi's office at least.
There, in fact,
once.
is a chance that the team might know where you are, given that you've given them a location of Alexi's apartment and
What's to that?
an adjoining park.
Yeah,
So
so
Alexi
they're
steps
both there.
through
That's fine.
the portal.
Mhm.
The grass you step on is warm from the sun, slightly dewy. It feels mid-morning. And your mother is there. There's a little sort of pastoral view of down a hill. You're at the edge of a woodland. There's a little wooden house hut of some kind down there. With this little smoke coming from it. Could be from a cook pot or who knows what. Further away is a body of water, like a lake, possibly. Just generally this sort of idyllic, Maxfield Parish painting sort of thing. Very
Hmm.
countryside, summertime, and mom turns, says, "I'm sorry for the secrecy. You were being watched."
Alexi's kind of looking around as they're walking in but upon hearing you were being watched, like snaps her attention is like, watched by what or who?
She has spies everywhere, and it's only gotten
Okay,
worse.
well, I mean, yeah, that is not as surprising as I would like it to be.
So I felt it. I apologize. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
I didn't hurt you?
Startled. No, startled slightly, but not hurt. I'm gotten stronger, so I'm good. I've gotten better at this whole thing. So
I
nothing.
tried very hard not to injure. The size change thing was new. I was expecting your sparrow.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have a lot to explain to you. I can turn into more forms now.
Good.
It's not because I was training it.
Good. Ironically, your father is the one that wanted us to teach you all of the things.
Mm-hmm.
I made an error in judgment. Feel like you should have been taught, just not the complete lack of anything that I tried to insist upon because I wanted to protect you from that world.
Yeah, I mean, knowing the truth about it would have been nice at the very least. I understand your intentions, but knowing the truth would have been nice.
But you grew up, how do I put this without being insulting? Human. And so,
Why would that?
because we're not.
Well, yeah, but some of my friends are humans, so can we not? Can
Oh
we
yes, and that's
try to make that
fine for
sound
them.
less
They're very
condescending?
nice people. I'm trying to channel um,
It's
that not quite racist, but racist, sort of that edge of
no,
ooh, don't say that in polite company. Just,
you're getting the condescending tone down. Great. Alexi's like, can we lower the condescension down? Like you sound so condescending.
your friends are so lovely. They're they're very nice.
They've saved my life. Yeah, they've saved my
Humans.
life on multiple occasions. So I'd say they're pretty great.
And so with the issue at hand, I felt more direct involvement would be necessary.
No, our
And
face-to-face conversation is great.
well, your father was lost. He's adopted this mentality and he is very much in favor of this new world that he envisions.
Yeah, so I've noticed.
And I don't know what to do about it, honestly, because it doesn't bode well for this realm.
No, it doesn't. Which is why I'm trying to work with these people to stop it from happening. Had a little bit of a bump in the road because we got kidnapped for a moment.
I'm sorry?
The I don't know. I don't know if this was Mab doing it, but we kind of got kidnapped by bounty hunters and taken to a place in Alaska. Uh Somewhere. It was weird, but it was full of dinosaurs. I can change it to dinosaurs now, which is, I guess, the positive note of that entire trip. But we got out relatively safely. But also, I had the train of thought of maybe that was Map who had us kidnapped and was trying to have us either taken out of the way momentarily or killed off to stop being an issue permanently. Because we tried to get information from the guy who sent the bounty hunters after us, and he was talking about it, and then poof, suddenly he brain dead's really a harsh word to use for that, but it seemed like magic made him not able to tell us anything for who knows how long. So I don't know if that was Mab. It seemed like Mab.
I don't think it was, only because I don't think she would stoop so low as to involve herself in mortal minion affairs.
Okay. I guess that's okay. Um okay. So the reason I asked you here, basically, is there anything you can tell me about Tomato Court that might be helpful or useful to us, with the impending invasion on the way that we desperately need to stop?
What can I tell you? Probably before winter. The plan and the movement becomes stronger the closer it gets to winter. And the more prepared you are, I don't know if you can stop it.
That's not an option. We need to stop it from happening. The fate of the entire planet. I like this planet a lot, so
It's just so, it feels futile because it's such a vast plan. She's going to bring everything here.
you mean like she wants to change the entire location of the Winter Court to this Earth? Okay, I don't like that. A friend wanted me to ask, in the vaguest terms, likes and dislikes of the Winter Court, but like more so like in, I guess, intention based wise, like is there anything they like or dislike that can help us stop an invasion? We can't. Global warming is out of the picture. I don't want, that's also bad. So maybe not that option, but I don't want to just make the Earth hot all the time so that way she can't invade. That's not very
Food or not allergies.
viable. But you know, anything that they might like or dislike doing or being around, or like likes and dislikes intention based wise is the gist that I got from being told to ask this question.
She has made no secret of her dislike for the arrangement that she has with the Summer King.
Yeah,
Has
no, that
decided
was
to move.
to not be in the same dimension. Okay, I don't fully understand. I don't understand the point of that.
Well, why share the rulership of a perennial
Yeah.
or an annual control mechanism where one takes over when the summer court wanes, the winter court takes over, etc. When you can have perpetual.
Yeah. Speaking of the summer court, anything I should know about the summer court that you know about before I tell you the information I'm about to tell you?
They are just as deceitful, but not quite as malicious.
Okay. Secondary question. Would there ever be a way to get physical evidence of either of the courts interfering with the other? Is that a thing that is possible?
That would be dangerous. The
I
individual who
yeah,
had such information would be marked for death.
yeah, but that wasn't my question. We have gone. I've personally,
What
anyway,
have you
have
done?
gone so fast past the danger part.
What do you know?
Can you promise not to say this to anyone ever? What we talk about in here can't be repeated. I am trusting you by talking to you right now in general.
Of course.
And I would okay, I would like to trust at least one of my family members. We may or may not have had some interaction with the summer court as of recent. And they
What
may
way?
or may not have. Are you really gonna make me say it in full? I don't. Names are a dangerous thing. We may or may not have. How do I phrase this? Sparked the interest of certain higher ups in the summer court. How we did this, I don't know. But enough so that when we got kidnapped, they kind of came to our rescue a little bit. And they also know about the invasion, but obviously can't directly interfere. So
you're saying the summer court has not been interfering.
no, they not directly. They higher up was very adamant about not interfering. So has not directly interfered in anything. Has kind of left the whole shebang up to us, but has just shown interest in us specifically.
Letter, not spirit. Got it.
It's all a little bit happening really fast for the team too, so we're just kind of like rolling with whatever punches we got because we need all the advantages that we can get.
That popped up on my bag, and yeah, okay. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
You can't tell anyone. That was really serious about that because if you say anything, it's going to negatively affect my team. And I would really like to be able to still trust at least you, since I clearly can't trust Dad anymore. You can't tell anyone because technically neither side has interfered with the other court specifically, so their rules are still in place. One just wants to destroy the world. One has shown interest in keeping it alive, and we're caught in the middle of that. So
Give me another vigilance check.
okay. Come on, vigilance. It's a fantastic 17.
That's a 17.
My rolls have been so good this time. I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm not gonna use my edges. I'm just gonna, because that's really good. I'm gonna let that be what it be.
You hear your mother's words. You hear the calm, unbroken, unmodulating tone of her voice. Just for a brief moment, fraction of a second, you see almost a flash of hunger in her. Just a brief, just sort of almost imperceptible.
Oh.
That reminds me, she says. I've been meaning and on contemplation, realizing that not training you, as you have said, did you more harm than good.
Well.
Come, let me show you something.
Okay.
And we'll cut from there. That way,
Oh.
Glitch can use it
Why
as
do
a
we always-
surprise later.
Why do we always end on my cliffhangers?
However, how long has it been? Is that enough? Yeah. Let's take a quick 5-minute break and use bio break, water break, bring some snacks back for the rest of us, and come back in 5.